What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about a very interesting rumor that's pretty actually simple. It's Halo 2 and Halo 3 are being remade. Now, I want to take a look at the tweet because it's kind of worded a little bit weird. It sounds like it's coming with a lot of confidence up front, and then the next tweet almost makes the first tweet sound more like it was an opinion rather than like a source told them that. So let's go over what this individual said. So this is Halo Leaks. Halo 2 and 3 are being remade. Yes, they will have sprint, no multiplayer, only campaign, full remakes. Multiplayer is going to be Halo 7. No ETA on when these could be announced. Same source that told me about the remake and its mechanics also told me Halo 2 and 3 were being remade too. It's possible they're using Halo Campaign Evolved to judge whether a Halo 2 and 3 remake would be viable, but this is just guessing. Now, that last part really I think should have just not been included, was because that was, that's an opinion, and it really goes against everything else that was just said. Like, if it's being made, it's being made. Things can change, I think, based off of what happens with Halo 1's remake, but if you're making 2 and 3, you don't do something like, well, we're going to test our waters. And I get that. I get saying, hey, in our heads, we want to do all of them, right? Let's say the original trilogy. We want to do that, but we're going to throw out one, right, to the wolves, see what happens to it, and, if it's received well, we'll move forward to do 2 and 3. But that's not really what the first tweet said. The first tweet was actually concrete facts, if they're real, right? They're being remade. There's sprinting involved. Maybe the sprinting thing is like a jab, I don't know, but like sprinting is involved, and no multiplayer, right? Multiplayer is going to be separate for, or Halo 7. So, it's just, it's a little strange. I would not be shocked. I know people are kind of clowning on a little bit in terms of like Halo 2, we would have gotten 3 times if this happens. Halo 1, we've gotten a couple times. It kind of is just the way, I think I saw on a Reddit somebody say like Halo Kiwami, which is pretty funny, Yakuza reference there. Look, I don't really mind, like I do understand like a remaster of a remaster. I mean, Gears kind of just had that situation, right? Gears 1 was already remade. This is a remaster of a remaster. Some of the games I ask for, like say Sly Cooper, Sly was remastered on PS3, the Sly Collection, and so when I talk about a remaster remake, technically it already happened, but it happened like 12 years ago. So I think there's a little wiggle room there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with Halo 1. I would like to believe that there is some sort of testing going on, because I guess another thing to consider is, well, who in God's name would be making Halo 2 and 3 if it's literally right now being made? It can't be the team making Halo 1. It can't be the team making Halo 7. And so is there a third team, or is the team that's making Halo 1 simultaneously remaking all 3, and just it's a really small team remaking Halo 2, small team remaking Halo 3, and most of that team is on Halo 1? It's a little strange. I wouldn't be shocked because those are obviously very elite games, and I think and we've talked about it, the feel of Halo and some of the kind of the backlash that Halo 1 was getting. And I can understand it. I did videos on it, but it's a very special game, and I feel like just kind of in name and in situation alone, like remaking a classic, I feel like it's going to do quite well. Putting it on PlayStation, maybe it makes sense Switch eventually, but having it on PlayStation, getting that revenue, doing it on Game Pass, I think it's going to do quite well and would probably open the door to then do Halo 2 and 3. And also, I mean, from the Gears side, you have the remaster of a remaster. I would not be shocked if you got Gears 2 and 3 eventually, right? E-Day kind of comes first. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.